What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and welcome to Week 5 of the DDL. This week, my opponent is DyeItTight, who is on a win streak. They are currently 4-0, and it wasn't until last week that they even dropped their first game in a set. Hopefully that crack in their armor will allow us to mess with their confidence a bit and take a dub here, because we still need one more dub, I believe, to make playoffs, whereas they probably have already guaranteed a spot in playoffs. I'm not sure exactly how it works out. But Mega Blastoise is the scariest thing I see on this team. Mega Blastoise, much better in draft than it is in VGC, now that it's bad in VGC, because its main problem is not knowing what moves to run. It runs out of space very quickly. But in draft, you can very specifically tailor your moveset to your opponent, so I'm really scared of that thing. It could be a Shell Smash sweeper, it could just be Fake Out with 3 attacks, it could just be a bulky attacker with either Tailwind or even Trick Room support. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to go with speed control. The other Mega they have is Delphox. It's super scary against a couple things on my team, but overall I think it's a little less scary than Blastoise, and I think my opponent might agree. Though I wouldn't be surprised to see a Blastoise mode, and if that doesn't work, a Delphox mode, but I would be surprised to see Delphox and no Blastoise. The rest of this team, just a bunch of other scary Pokemon. We've got both Meowscarada and Sarina as powerful physical grass types, and I've got a couple of grass weaknesses on my team. Sarina, a little bit slower and less powerful because it doesn't have access to the Protean ability, but it does block Fake Out and Sucker Punch and whatever other priority I might pull up with its Queenly Majesty ability, whereas Meowscarada, using its Protean, just ridiculously powerful, can hit pretty much anything on my team super effective if it wants to. Corviknight is going to be a problem for my very physically oriented team, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to handle that. Meowstic is not super scary, but it's a really good support mon. It could set up Reflect. Importantly, it could imprison my Trick Room if I try to go for a Trick Room mode, so I'll have to scout that out first. It also has Fake Out and like Thunder Wave and Rain Dance, tons of support options to support Blastoise. Ariados, another support mon, could be there to support Blastoise, but otherwise, if it's not like a Shell Smash Blastoise, I don't really expect to see Ariados. Rotom Fan is there just to insult my Excadrill. It is the only levitating Pokemon that Mold Breaker Earthquake won't hit because of its flying type. Hate you, Rotom. And then Garchomp. Garchomp is just one of the scariest Pokemon generally, and against my team, it actually has a pretty reasonable matchup. Fortunately, I have 3 Pokemon in the air that can take Earthquakes if I Mega Evolve my Clefable and don't Mega Evolve my Gyarados, so hopefully I can handle that decently, but it is definitely a threat just with its massive stats. So, here's what I'm going to be rocking with. First up, we've got Mega Kangaskhan. This Mega Kangaskhan has a pretty normal moveset here of just Double Edge, Fake Out, Sucker Punch, and Protect. We're rocking Inner Focus in base because they don't have any ghosts, so Scrappy isn't going to be very useful for us, and I didn't feel like Early Bird gave us really much of anything. They do have options for sleep, but I didn't think they were super scary, like Gravity plus Hypnosis Delphox. We are speed creeping Modest Blastoise when we Mega Evolve. We gain 10 points, but Blastoise doesn't gain any, so its max speed, if it's Modest, is 130, and we'll be hitting 131. If they go Timid, they're losing out on a lot of power, so I really don't expect to see that. So being able to outspeed that could be very big. Next up on our team is this Rotom Mow. Rotom Mow is going to have to carry, is what I've been finding in practice. Rotom Mow is our best bet at hitting Corviknight. It can 2-shot even max special defense Corviknight with Thunderbolt. Will-O-Wisp is super important into all of their physical attackers, even Corviknight if we want to burn that. Garchomp, Sarina or Meowscarada as well. And then being one of the few things on my team that actually resists Water Spout is kind of huge. And we can then retaliate with a big Thunderbolt or Leaf Storm into Blastoise. Blastoise can be invested to live those, and we're just going to be rocking Citrus Berry on this Rotom, specifically because we want to be able to take a triple Axle from Meowscarada with its stab from Protean. If any one of those crit, or if they get the maximum high rolls, it will still take us out, but that's just a really powerful hit, so we have a good chance of living, plus maybe it'll just miss. Next up, Gyarados. Gyarados here is playing support. We can Mega Evolve it if we face a Delphox mode, but for the most part I want to keep it in base. If they bring Rotom Fan, Mega Evolving to take an electric move might also be a play. We've got a ton of physical defense so that we can take a Flower Trick and then another Flower Trick from Meowscarada, because that will ignore our Intimidate, so that's probably the scariest move that we can face other than a Thunderbolt. Thunder Wave for speed control. Taunt is pretty good into a few things on the team, especially Ariados and Meowstic. Surely there's a Mental Herb somewhere, though, because I have brought Taunt before. Waterfall is just the best damage move Gyarados really has at the moment. And then Power Whip is only there for Blastoise. Waterfall does nothing to Blastoise, and Blastoise is the biggest threat, so I would like something that can actually damage it, and that's Power Whip. Next up, Basculegion. I'm always going to be bringing Basculegion. Basculegion's amazing. Last Respects just does way too much damage. On this team, I'm actually running a Focus Sash set, which is something I haven't done before. So we're going to be using Liquidation over Wave Crash. Every target that I wanted to click Liquidation into, it did enough anyway with Adaptability Boost. So I'm perfectly happy with that. This will also give us a lot more flexibility. He has 2 Grass types. If we get hit by one of those, we can live guaranteed 1 hit. Blastoise with Dark Pulse is definitely happening. I would be shocked if that doesn't come, so we can also take that. And then just guarantee a Last Respect somewhere. Maybe a little extra damage with Aqua Jet if there's no Sarina on the field. So those first 4 are basically Plan A. Plan B involves using Mega Clefable. This one is a bit offensive. With the Gyarados Thunder Wave support, we can actually outspeed everything up to Meowscarada when we Mega Evolve this Clefable, and then just start going with Moonblast and Flamethrower. Moonblast and Flamethrower hit a lot of the team really well. Most Garchomps, unless they're super bulky, will go down to this Mega Moonblast in 1. Flamethrower will help us cover every Fairy Resist except Delphox. If it is a Delphox mode, this Clefable's not very good against Delphox. But we also have Follow Me here and Unaware. Unaware allows us to stay in base and take a Shell Smashed, Rain Boosted Water Spout from Blastoise, because we'll ignore the +2, and we've got enough HP and special defense to tank that, which is incredible. And they would set up Rain potentially with their Meowstic. It could also Helping Hand, but that's at the same boost. And then finally, we're going to give Farigiraf a try. This Farigiraf is Silk Scarf to boost the power of Hyper Voice. And as a callback to the original Grazing Bolt, it has Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt here will do good damage into the things that resist our Hyper Voice, which is really just Corviknight. We can hit Corviknight really hard with Thunderbolt. Blastoise also doesn't want to take a Thunderbolt. Hyper Voice is excellent spread damage against the entire team. And we've got Psychic. Psychic is mostly just here for Ariados, but it also does a little bit more damage into one target if we really have to, instead of Hyper Voice or a super effective Thunderbolt. And then Trick Room is the name of the game. Trick Room plus Clefable is basically Plan B. Try to sweep with Clefable, clean up in the end game with Basculegion. So those are my 2 modes. We're going to see how they work. Obviously, this is a really scary opponent, but I'm well prepared, and I'm willing to give it a shot. Let's get into it. Alright, not too different from what I expected, really. Blastoise, Meowstic, Sarina is the grass type of choice. There is a Corviknight, a Garchomp, and Delphox is here. The way that's oriented, it looks like Plan A is the first 4, Plan B is Delphox, Garchomp, which is not too surprising. I think this is fine for me to go with my plans. Do I want to put Rotom in front or save it for later? I do think Meowstic is pretty likely as a lead. I think I'm going to go Gyarados Kangaskhan as the lead here. Rotom is great, but I would hate for it to get caught out by something turn 1. Like if I'm not expecting the Delphox lead and there is one, or like Helping Hand Ice Beam, I guess. So we'll save Rotom in the back. Rotom can carry in the end game. If Corviknight gets like out of control, we can always just bring in Rotom after taking out all its partners, for example. All right. Oh, they got the Basculegion icon. I don't have that. Okay, it is the lead that I expected. But there's so many moves that this lead could pull out. I have no idea what to expect here. Could be a fake out. I do have Farigiraf on my team, fortunately, so you do have to think twice about using that sort of thing. Could be Sarina coming in to block my fake out. Could be Quick Guard to block my fake out. I think I want to click Thunder Wave and Mega Double Edge into this Blastoise. Ah, Sarina? Nice, nice. Okay, didn't fall for that this time. Next game I will. Now, does this Blastoise have Aura Sphere? Also, we're Mega Evolving first. That means this Blastoise is not Modest Max. Modest Max, it would have Mega Evolved first and then moved second. It's actually pretty slow relative to my Kangaskhan speed. We get the Double Edge for some excellent damage. Let's see its speed relative to Gyarados. This could just be Aura Sphere takeout Kang. It's actually slower than Gyarados. That is no speed Blastoise. Interesting. I did not need the Thunder Wave there. And then an Aura Sphere takes out Kangaskhan. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, Rotom, come on in. Well, we learned some information. It should have just been Power Whip then. But I was scared of missing. I guess Thunder Wave isn't that much more accurate. I will click the Power Whip now. I don't feel super threatened. And I will try to Will-O-Wisp this physical attacker here. Alright, it's Aura Sphere Blastoise. And it's slow. Surprisingly slow. That's got to be just like max HP, max special attack. Triple Axle, unless the third one crits, this never takes. Yeah. Good job, Rotom. Now I'm clicking two inaccurate moves here. Are they both going to connect? Will-O-Wisp does at least. Blastoise, unless it has Ice Beam, isn't the scariest thing in the world. So I think I would rather have hit the Will-O-Wisp. But I connect both, which is great. Goodbye, Blastoise. Alright, we traded Mega for Mega, and I got a burn down on your physical attacker. Technically, I'm in the lead, but this really is very much far from over. Rotom took a ton of damage, and is going to be needed later in this game, for sure. I think I just want to get some damage down on this cat. How about Waterfall and Protect? I still need to scout out what this Sarina's rocking. Is it Scarf? I don't think you would really just go for another Triple Axle here unless you are Scarf. But yeah, the cat coming back in means there's something in the back that Rotom wants to fight. They've got Thunderbolt. Okay. That's not enough to KO because we are super bulky Gyarados. And it's another Triple Axle. But the cat moved first, so it's not Scarf's Arena. Good to know. I'll go for another Waterfall if they allow it. And also Thunderbolt the cat. I think Thunderbolting the cat will take it out from here. We should pretty easily live the Triple Axle. They have to think twice about clicking Thunderbolt a second time. Thunderbolt is surprising, but I'm glad we were able to take that. We're not specifically calced for that. I wonder if they're calced to take out a specific spread on Gyarados, because we lived with 26, which is not a ton. Ooh, just a Reflect. I don't really mind that. Drop Kick to take out Gyarados. Alright, we've seen Reflect and Thunderbolt. That's interesting. Drop Kick and Triple Axle. No surprises there, really. And we are able to take out the cat. Alright, so we got Basculegion on the field. Sarina has to be, if it's not Scarf, it has to be Jolly to actually outspeed our Basque. And Garchomp is here. Okay. gonna go Last Respects into Sarina and try to burn this Garchomp. I could see Garchomp protect. Sarina try to triple axle. Oh, it's Breaking Swipe. Oh. That's super interesting. Yeah, with a -1, that Basculegion's not doing much damage. Triple axle. Gets the KO after the Breaking Swipe. Oh, we lose this one. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, not good, but it's a really very cool tech. Very bulky Sarina. We're at -1. Yikes. I guess I could have double protect there for some burn chip. I haven't revealed anything here, really. Should click Last Respects, and then hope the Garchomp is choiced into Breaking Swipe, and I get some crits. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I need to crit this here. Which I don't. That was close, though. With the extra boost from ROTOM going down, that did a lot of damage. Alright, well there goes game 1. Good game. I'm gonna have to adapt. Alright, we only saw Thunderbolt and Reflect from the cat. We also saw Aura Sphere from the Blastoise, which is really scary for Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan going down so quick was rough. But Gyarados and Kangaskhan both being faster than Blastoise is a big deal. Do I run that back, or do I switch up to my other mode? Meowstic could still have Imprisoned Trick Room as its final 2 moves. Clefable would not have been that bad, honestly. What about Gyarados Rotom lead? With Kangaskhan and Basculegion in the back. Basically the same thing, but start grooving with Rotom a little earlier. I would kind of like to get Gyarados off the field, though. So what about Kangaskhan Rotom? Yeah, then I can bring Gyarados in a little bit later for that Intimidate. Our Rotom is faster than their Blastoise because our Gyarados is faster than their Blastoise. So they'd be super threatened there. It could be a switch-up Delphox lead. Nope, it isn't. That's good. So I don't mind clicking Thunderbolt here. Should I fear Fake Outs? Should I fear some sort of pivot? I'm just gonna protect Kangaskhan. Swapping Garchomp. Okay. Not the end of the world. Could this be Reflect going up? Yeah. Okay, Kangaskhan attacking there wouldn't have made much of a difference. Now you know I want this Will-O-Wisp so bad, right? But if you're Scarf Chomp, you don't have much choice. And I would like to get the Intimidate down on this Chomp. I don't know if they're Scarf for sure. Breaking Swipe just feels like a Scarf move. They've got Poison Jab. Glad I Intimidated. That does a lot less now. And they have Psychic, so it's not an Imprisoned Trick Room. Wow, that crit! Okay. Alright, that Intimidate really paying off. We get the Will-O-Wisp now. Yikes. Nope, it's Lumberry. Oh my gosh. Alright, how cooked am I? Because they can double Gyarados here. Oh, I'm so cooked. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp this Gyarados. I'm gonna Mega Evolve Gyarados and Waterfall this cat. This will make sure I at least live the turn with Gyarados. But if it's like Breaking Swipe, Thunderbolt, double up, it's gonna be rough. Just Psychic to finish off Rotom. Makes sense. And then Breaking Swipe. Alright, so I Mega Evolved for the... Oh, and then it's a crit. I Mega Evolved for the Thunderbolt that didn't even happen. Can I get a crit back? That would be fair. No. Alright. Breaking Swipe is gonna break me down. I need critical hits. There's 2 turns of Reflect remaining. I'm gonna go Sucker Punch for damage, or am I just gonna click? I'm gonna click Sucker Punch for the damage. It'll go before Breaking Swipe at least. And double into this cat with Waterfall, but yikes. Okay, Sucker Punch is doing nothing. We are so cooked. We are so cooked. This is great. Breaking Swipe Garchomp is so sick. It's okay, I'll just get critical hits from here on out. And they got the cat out so they can get another Reflect up. I wish I had Ice Punch now. Let's Double Edge. Plus Waterfall this Sarina. These Breaking Swipes aren't doing much damage. As long as I'm getting critical hits, I can ignore all these attack drops. Ooh, that's the one that needed to crit, Kangaskhan. Yikes. At least the Reflect is gone. I'm gonna go ahead and protect Kangaskhan. And get the chip I need into Garchomp now. Okay, we block the Stomping, and then Trop Kick is going to be into Gyarados and finish it off. Sure. We do threaten the Last Respects into Sarina here. I don't think they really care, though, at this point. I'm going to click Double Edge into Garchomp, try to take myself out. And Last Respects Sarina, just Last Respects has to win the game, really. Oh, and Breaking Swipe is enough because they crit again! Where are my crits? Oh my goodness. Should have gone the Clefable mode. I really should have gone the Clefable mode. They didn't have Imprisoned Trick Room. I didn't bring the Clefable mode. They do a Poison Jab on Garchomp, so it wouldn't have been perfect. I need the Last Respects crit into Blastoise. I know I'm faster than that. but they have hits from Garchomp plus a Thunderbolt that I believe would outspeed me. I guess the speed interaction we saw may or may not outspeed me with the Meow Stick. I really should have brought the Clefable mode. No, no. Well, come on, get me one crit. Nope. Dark Pulse. Goodbye. Good games. Oh man. Couldn't break this Lumberry Garchomp was really rough to see. Like my plan would have worked if it wasn't for Lumberry Garchomp, I think, but should have just gone Clefable mode. Good game. All right, and we take our first 0-2 loss. If it's going to be against anybody, it's going to be the guy who's undefeated, so, I mean, I'll take that rather than a loss against someone else. They've cinched playoffs for sure. We're still going to need one more win, I believe. We've got Week 6 and Week 7 coming up, so hopefully we can win at least 1 or 2 of those, be in playoffs, and then win this whole thing. I believe anyone can win this whole thing. I'm just going to need this DyeItTight guy to get eliminated before I have to face them in playoffs. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Go check out my opponent's perspective down in the description below. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.